And 41 cars come to life. For racing fans, this is such sweet thunder. The field for the 21st Daytona 500, ready to roll. They're close. There's the word, light goes green. Then Gazera drops the green flag and the field hurdles into turn number 1. Critical time. Donnie Allison goes out in front. Baker dropping to second. Second turn. Allison 4 car lengths. Into the back straightaway. Everybody okay?
That's what's called a multiple car draft. Can you imagine the wind following that long? Cale Yarborough moving up into second place there, trying to drop back again to third.
Donnie Allison is in front. Here they come to complete lap 1 under green, the 16th lap of the race. As they come to the tri-oval, the leader is Donnie Allison. Yarborough closes ground on Allison. Cale Yarborough, twice the winner of the Daytona 500, moves in on Donnie Allison, back straightaway. Allison goes to the inside, noses down through, slingshot. Cale Yarborough takes the lead. Vandiver limping on a pit road. Field coming by, struggle for the lead. The Allison brothers are going to go at it. It's Bobby Allison low, Donnie Allison high. Side by side into turn 1 at over 190 miles an hour.
And Cale Yarborough getting a nice draft from both of them there. Donnie Allison pulling.
Oh, Donnie Allison out of control. He's spinning. He gets hit by his brother. He's all the way around.
Cale Yarborough's on the grass, that wet grass now incredibly slippery.
Donnie and Bobby Allison off the track, spinning, splashing their way down through. This will bring out a caution flag and Cale Yarborough.
Desperately trying to get that car back on the track now because they just might get stuck in the mud. That might be the simple thing that puts them out of this race.
And here it comes, a charge to the green flag.
Cale charging there along the bottom of the track, trying to make up about 4 places, which he successfully did before they crossed the start-finish line.
Some story if Cale Yarborough could come back and make up those laps, but if there's one that can do it, he is the one. There's Neil Bonnet out in front. A.J. Foyt tucked in second place. A.J. the back straightaway, tight running. Looks like one car from that angle. They're running so close together in the draft, trying to break away from Richard Petty in third. A.J. going to the inside. Foyt muscles his way to the bottom. Power on, and he goes into first place.
Richard Petty gaining ground on Neil Bonnet here, right behind the Darrell Waltrip.
Live, the Daytona 500 on CBS with A.J. Foyt. Neil Bonnet in second, Richard Petty rambling in third. They thunder into turn number 1. Waltrip moving the inside. Waltrip working. Darrell Waltrip, the Franklin, Tennessee driver, goes into second place, dropping Foyt to third. Now he falls to fourth.
Now he's fallen to fifth. And Dale Earnhardt, the rookie, coming up on the inside of him now. Well, I think Dale Earnhardt might be a lap down. That blue and yellow car, number 2.
Waltrip goes for the lead. And Ty Scott in number 30, the Penargil, Pennsylvania driver, Ty Scott, mixing it up with the Giants out here.
I think some of the Giants might be a little bit nervous about that.
Whoa, it's close. Just touching bumpers.
Pulls out of the draft and right into the front of Scott.
Number 5 goes back in front. Neil Bonnet back into the lead. Look at those switching and swapping of positions out there, David.
The draft in there is tremendous. These cars are being sucked and blown around from all spots. There's Neil Bonnet, the current leader. It's nice to see him up there because he's had a bad couple of years.
In that second position, trying to make up a lap, is Bobby Allison. Here's Bobby Allison down to the inside as he thrusts the Bud Moore car out in front. If a caution could come out here, he could circle the track and make up a lap. Earnhardt. Now there's the kid to watch. This kid Earnhardt in the Australian number 2, the car out of California, the driver from North Carolina. Second generation driver. His father, one of the most famous short track drivers in American racing history, the well-known Ralph Earnhardt. His kid looks good today.
Dale's had a fantastic week here, he really has.
And nobody giving an inch.
Nobody giving at all. As you say, they can't keep this up for long. It's bound to string out.
Covering a city block a second in rush hour traffic. Take a look at that.
Dale Earnhardt going to the lead.
Three
Taking
wide.
Bobby Allison with him.
3 wide.
Under Ty Scott.
Baker back in the pits another time. Earnhardt blazes back into the front of this group. Earnhardt is the leader. Earnhardt reported as the leader. Let's go.
Oh, tagged on the wall of turn 4. Multiple crash coming up. Oh, crikey.
Out of turn 4, down off the 31-degree banking. You see them spinning, sliding, trying to ease the cars
There's
through.
David Pearson, number 21 in there too.
Pearson's cars crashed in the front, crashed in the rear. Green light is on, yellow light comes off. Parsons trying to fight his way up. One car touches the wall in the start. You could see him grinding along the wall for just a moment. That was car number 90. Ricky Rudd just gracing the wall for a second, and now he's back and rolling. But that will change the aerodynamics on that car some. Now, Donnie Allison scoots out in front. He's trying to make up some time. Another caution here would run him around and have him make up a lap.
These more experienced drivers, like the Allison brothers, of course, can work the yellow flags to their advantage and actually gain a lap under the caution if they get it just right and if the pace car comes out in the right place.
It feels like one, too.
Well, he's doing a fine job. Did you give him any special instructions? Is he doing it on his own?
I think it's pretty much a team effort right now.
Okay, that's the words from Rod Osterland, the owner of that car, number 2. They're very proud of the job Dale Earnhardt's doing here now. Back to you, Ken.
And there you see him in second place with Neil Bonnet out in front. What a pack. Nobody is getting any edge. No room for error. No room for the pressure to come off.
Well, I make it there's about 3.5 seconds covering the first 24 cars here. And that is some pack. 3 seconds covering the first 24 cars before we have a significant gap in the field.
And Donnie Allison is just 1 lap down in car number 1. He's trying with a broken car. It's been torn up. You could see the rent in the side of it to get back in that lead lap. Look at him go. Number 1, Allison, trying to make up that lap. If he could just get in front. Then if there was an incident, he could circle around the track and he would be right back with the hunters for victory lane here at Daytona. Parsons goes down the inside in number 27. There you see him. He's moving right in beside number 2, Earnhardt, for second position. Back we go to the lead automobiles coming out of turn number 4. Look at this jam session for the lead. This is simply incredible automobile racing. No margin for error and no speed limit.
Well, this is all a result of the resurfacing here. It has made it just a little bit easier, and as you can see, they're absolutely all hanging in there.
Car number 27, drafting off car number 1. Benny Parsons is in the lead. He is drafting behind. And car number 1, which is 1 lap down. See them seesaw back and forth at over 190 miles an hour down the back straightaway. Number 2, Earnhardt going to second place, getting beneath Neil Bonnet. Back in turns 3 and 4, working lap number...
Oh, crash at turn 4.
Neil Bonnet. Spinning. Harry Gant out of control in number 12. Into the wall. Gant goes back into traffic. Another car just missing him.
My goodness. What an incredibly lucky Harry Gant. The absolute worst circumstance that can happen in NASCAR. He hit the end of that pit wall there and threw him back into the track, and he was just missed by everybody.
Headed into the tri-oval area, that race vision camera in Benny Parsons' automobile. He may be able to get a shot just on the start. Jeff Bodine rolls out in front. Green is on. Bodine in the lead. Benny Parsons in second. Here they come for turn 1.
Brooks right behind Benny Parsons.
There you see Benny Parsons going for the lead. He closes on Jeff Bodine. He pulls to the inside. Bodine is in front of the back straightaway. Here comes Benny Parsons into first place. You were with him as he takes the lead again. Right with him comes Porterville, California's Richard Brooks into second place. Incorrect. Brooks is shown 1 lap down. I was in error. Brooks is trying to make up a lap.
Yes, what now we see the leader, Benny Parsons, being followed by Cale Yarborough, but they're doing the classic drafting thing, a two-car draft, and Benny Parsons is taking Cale Yarborough away from his opposition, and can he pull him around a whole lap? Just look at them, the two-car, perfect draft, pulling away from the rest of the field.
Here are the halfway standings. Parsons in first, Donnie Allison in second, A.J. Foyt in third, Dale Earnhardt, the rookie, stays in fourth, and now Cale Yarborough goes by Parsons, and I would presume that Parsons might be letting him go.
He'll have to let him do that. There we see the picture from inside the car. Now we're in the blimp. The thing is, you can't just follow these guys forever because the engine gets too hot. So now Benny's very happy to just let Cale lead them around.
We've had a rash of yellow fever here today. Caution flag number 5 is out for this car from Bluff City, Tennessee. Watching a replay. Johnny Utzman hand grenades the engine. It detonates right at the start-finish line. Parsons is back in. The hood is up. Let's go to Brock Yates.
He's hot. He's running hot. They've got a water line on the header tank. That is the problem. Certainly in that tight draft with Cale Yarborough, they may have gotten things a little bit warm. Fortunately, again, he's in under the caution, so this isn't going to hurt him too bad, but it's not something they like to do. Crew Chief David Ift is very, very definitely an earnest man right now. Parsons pretty calm, pretty cool, considering the situation. Slow process to put water in these things. This is just a regular garden hose going in here.
Here they come for the start.
Hey, they got one coming behind you. You're going to stop about 3 pits beyond the lead. Go down a little bit further. Go on down, Staley. You're going to stop right there to your left.
Charges on into turn 1. Donnie Allison in front. Dale Earnhardt is in second. Running in third, Richard Petty. Losing a spot or two here on that start. Back straightaway, Bobby Allison, number 15, remember, is not with the leaders. He is a lap or two back. Cale Yarborough also laps down for the leaders. First and second place up in front, numbers 1 and 2. Donnie Allison, Dale Earnhardt, a rookie in second place. Can a rookie win it?
68 Chuck Bowen up there now in second place on the road.
Down about 3 laps from the leaders. And there you see Yarborough trying to get back out in front to make up another lap, as he knows there are 11 cars in the lead lap running less than 2.5 seconds apart. There you see Richard Petty as Jonathan Livingston Stegall comes in to take a look at what's going on in the back straightaway. Petty becoming more and more of a factor, running right in front of Dale Earnhardt in third spot.
It'd take a brave man to bet on Richard Petty not winning the Daytona 500, which he's already won 5 times.
6-time the national champion, 5-time the Daytona winner. This bundle of automobiles for the lead. Looked like a little smoke out of the number 15, Bobby Allison's car. Now watch all the way around. Every lap has to be exactly right. A blown engine. Another car goes up in smoke. I think it's Gary Ballou's car. Car number 82 dropping down on the inside rail. That's Paul Fitz. Yarborough trying to make up the lap.
This is the thing. If Cale can lead across the start-finish line, he's picked up that lap.
Caution is coming on. Here's Cale trying to make up a lap. If Donnie Allison gets back in front of him, he'll put him a lap down. They must race here to the start-finish line. Cale Yarborough. Here's Donnie Allison trying to get the lap back on a slingshot. They come behind. Yarborough makes it up. He's back in the lap with the leaders. 12 cars now in the lead lap as we move down to the end. Oh, green flag. The flag swirling, the cars swirling down into this tri-oval area. Dale Earnhardt.
Bobby Allison with Dale Earnhardt now. Oh, Donnie Allison right behind Dale Earnhardt.
We could have 5, 6, 7 cars jamming for the finish on this one today.
We could have a rookie win the race. The biggest race of the lot, the Daytona 500, could be won by Dale Earnhardt.
Not if Donnie Allison has his way. He takes it away from the kid. Earnhardt drops to the inside here. Dale Earnhardt slowing down. Earnhardt coming in. We'll put a watch on him for his pit stop. This is a stop under green. Second place, pulls on pit road. Those turns now just a curved patch of oil, gas, and metal. Let's go to the pits.
This is a scheduled pit stop for Earnhardt. He did not stop during the last caution period. I really question why he did not stop. Says he can go the rest of the distance from here on. The only difference is the other competitors had to have about 20 laps, and they had a problem. They didn't get the jack down. Now he's off and running. But the other competitors have about 20 laps on Earnhardt now to work and hopefully get a caution to make their stop.
Seems to be run like this right to the end of the race.
Whoa, Donnie Allison slowing down. Donnie Allison is slowing and Bobby Allison is coming in. They're on pit road. The leader is pitting. The Haas-Ellington crew is ready for Donnie Allison. Bobby Allison coming in first. Remember, he is a couple of laps down. Directly behind him, car number 1 is in. Let's go to Brock Yates.
This is the last one. This is where it's really serious. Look at this crew going to work. What a crew. The 2 outside tires, the right side tires are being changed. 22 gallons of fuel being put on board. A very, very quick stop, it looks like. Yes, he's underway.
This race again, Cale Yarborough pulling into the pits, putting Foyt into the lead of this race.
Yarborough is in. Darrell Waltrip is taking over in second place. Ned Jarrett is standing by in Junior's pits.
This is the most crucial stop they've made all day because it's under the green flag. They've got to get back out, hopefully ahead of the other cars, or at least be able to catch their draft when they come by. It's a change of right side tires. They're already down and away he goes. A very quick pit stop for Cale.
After all the leaders have made pit stops. Look at the scramble.
Darrell Waltrip's car, when it drove past the stand here, sounded rough to me again, like it did early in the race.
Well, the engine may be going sour on Waltrip's car, but there's nothing sour. These 2 cars crashed and spun for 1,000 feet in the back straightaway. And here they are, 2 of the masters, Donnie Allison from Hueytown, Alabama, Cale Yarborough in a tight draft. Reeling him back in is Cale Yarborough. Now let's look at that battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. There it is, Petty running in 3rd, Waltrip to 4th, A.J. Foyt to 5th. 100,000 people on their feet watching these 2 cars galvanized to them, looking for any signs of distress from either automobile as they lap Buddy Arrington in the tri-oval. Cale stays right there, just staring down in that rearview mirror. Donnie Allison, 2 laps to go to decide the most incredible Daytona 500 in history. A shallow lead for Donnie Allison. Cale stays there, moves in again. Cale reputed to be one of the toughest drivers there are. The car won't handle, he will manhandle a car into first place.
Cale Yarborough is one of the toughest men I've ever met. He is absolutely fantastic. He never gets phased. And of course, this is tremendous value as you get down near the race here where you've got to be making some pretty thick mental decisions. If you're physically right up to it, your physical losses make no effect on you and you can really think clearly and carefully. There's no doubt about it that Cale Yarborough, the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. This is it, last lap.
Stand by for a finish. 2 of the greatest fiddling here, fidgeting with first place. Passing some of the stragglers in the last lap. Trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those 3rd place cars. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? Coming down, 3rd place. They're coming around for the finish. Between A.J. Foyt and Richard Petty. Down the back straightaway come the leaders now. 2 cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders to, they're still up in turns 3 and 4. The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty is now pulling out in front. Darrell Waltrip is in 2nd. A.J. Foyt is in 3rd. Here they come. Waltrip trying to slingshot. Petty is out in front at the line. Waltrip to the inside. Petty wins it. Down on pit road, it has gone crazy. The Petty crew is out there jumping up and down. Petty has won it.
Richard Petty has won his 6th Daytona 500 and the crowd here are going absolutely mad.
86 career and there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
A couple of very hard men, very hardly upset. And Bobby Allison is stopped by his brother to help.
I tell you, I lost some this close, but this is the first time I remember in a long time I won one this close. I tell you, it's just unbelievable. You know, come down here last week and Kyle won, and we come down here and look up and win this thing.